皆さんこんにちは。毎日少しずつ社交に伝える英語の上達を目指すソーシャルイングリッシュポッドキャストへようこそ。今日はぜひもっと自信を持って英会話してみましょう。 Are you ready, Percy? Let's go!
Thank you once again, Kikati, for that amazing introduction. I am Percy, and I am pumped up and ready to talk to you about English today on the Social English Podcast. Today, we have another English Repair Shop episode. Here's the question. Have you ever had to work and wanted to describe and talk about what you did at work that day? Maybe it was very hard or difficult, and you want to express or tell one of your friends about what happened at work. Okay. Welcome to the Social English Podcast. Once again, I am Percy, your host. And if you're new here to the podcast, hey, I'm glad you took some time out today to listen to the podcast. We have many episodes every other day, and you can visit us and listen to us at your leisure. But I just wanted to welcome you here to the Social English Podcast. For today's particular episode, I will be speaking a little bit slower because this is a beginner to medium skill level of English, maybe. Okay, so let's talk about this really quickly. So, this episode, as like all of them, I want you to first picture me and you. I'm Percy, of course, your American friend, and we are sitting together at a cafe having your favorite coffee, maybe a scone, a cookie, a piece of pie, whatever your favorite snack is. And me, I'm probably drinking a mocha latte, one of my favorite coffee drinks. As we are sitting here and having a relaxed conversation, we are talking and discussing some questions you have with English, and I will tell you exactly how to fix some of those questions, or I will give you some information on social practices and social English, or just conversational English in general. So today we have a Japanese learner of English that asked me to fix their English passage. They talked about something that happened at work, and they want to talk about it using correct English. So first, what I will do is I will say what their passage was, and I will then break it down sentence by sentence and give the corrected English version of the sentence. I will then repeat the entire passage originally, and then I will repeat it in the corrected English so that you can understand what the correct way is to express what you wanted to say. Actually, what this particular Japanese learner of English wanted to say. Okay. So let's first listen to what the Japanese learner of English said in his passage. Recently, I've been cleaning the ventilation fan and walls in the kitchen at work, so my body is curdle. Recently, I've been cleaning the ventilation fan and walls in the kitchen at work, so my body is curdle. Okay. Did you hear the mistakes that were made? If you are a medium to higher level English speaker, you probably heard what those mistakes are. But if you're a beginner, maybe you didn't. Don't worry, because I will point those out to you and you will clearly hear the differences. Okay. Next, let's run that sentence and that passage through the good old English repair shop machine. This is what the corrected English should sound like. Recently, I cleaned the ventilation fan and walls in the kitchen at work. My body is aching. Recently, I cleaned the ventilation fan and walls in the kitchen at work. My body is aching. Okay. I hope you were able to hear those corrections and hear what the corrected English sounds like. So let's go through that one more time with the corrected version. Please listen to me and you try. Say it with me, okay? Recently, I cleaned the ventilation fan and walls in the kitchen at work. My body is aching. Recently, I cleaned the ventilation fan and walls in the kitchen at work. My body is aching. Okay, now one thing I want to point out, one of the mistakes is I've been cleaning. I've been cleaning should be changed to I cleaned. I cleaned means that it's in the past and it is that task of cleaning has been completed and finished. The next major mistake is so my body curdle, which I'm certain that they want to express some pain that they had or something from doing all of that work. So the expression should be, my body is aching, to explain that after you cleaned the ventilation fan and the walls in the kitchen, your body is hurting or aching because it was so hard on your body. Okay, so there it is. That's how you correct that particular passage. I hope you learned something today on how to use past tense and also how to describe pain in your body after you have done something and how to express that to someone in English. That'll be all for today's episode of the Social English Podcast. Once again, I want to thank you for coming here today and joining me to listen to my podcast. And I'm certain you will be learning more English every single day. Don't forget to visit our website, realsocialenglish.com, where you can get my free guide, the 7 mistakes most Japanese English learners make and how to fix them. This is a free guide for you. All that we ask is an email that you can download it immediately. And with that email, we will just keep you up to date on all the new tools and podcasts that we release to help you improve your English every single day. If you liked our podcast, please don't hesitate to subscribe. Subscribe to our podcast at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Stitcher, or your favorite podcast player. Leave a review if you like. And we're always looking for guests. Become a guest on our show by applying to our guest form on our website at realsocialenglish.com, where you can ask me a question on the podcast about English and I will fix it for you so that you understand it clearly and also other Japanese learners of English can as well. Well, that'll be all for today. Once again, it was great talking to you today, and you enjoy learning English. Have a great day. Bye.
今日は楽しい時間をありがとうございました。ぜひ私たちのウェブサイト realsocialenglish.com を訪問して日本語訳と役立つ情報を手に入れてください。また次回お会いしましょう。バイバイ。See you next time. Bye bye.